I seem to remember Honda saying that they will be involved in Formula One in 2026, and we all assumed it would be with the Red Bull. But what on earth has happened? Red Bull, of course, partnering up with Ford. We've got Audi with Sauber in 2026. So if Honda said they're going to be there, who are they going to be with? Let's take a look at the list of teams that Honda should consider partnering in 2026. AlphaTauri, listen, look, I know Red Bull, Ford, I know AlphaTauri and all the mix there, but you know what? If I'm Honda, I've got to take a real serious consideration here. AlphaTauri, we know Red Bull, look, it's a junior team and so on and so forth, right? But let's be honest, okay? How often do we see Red Bull drivers coming from the AlphaTauri, moving into Red Bull anymore? It's happening less and less. Of course, your man Sergio Perez is at the helm at Red Bull. And to be honest, I don't see the Pierre Gasly's of this world. Maybe an Alex Albon, but Pierre Gasly, Danny Rick, not much to talk about with them guys at Red Bull. But I think there's a place here where Honda could either buy or just partake in some kind of partnership with AlphaTauri and make that their Honda car, if you will, for the years to come, especially with the new regulations in 2026. AlphaTauri needs saving, they need rescuing, and I think Honda would be a perfect fit for them. What about Haas? The reason I bring Haas into this situation, look, as long as they've got that Ferrari engine at the back of their car, it's always going to be second best to Ferrari. They're going to have no chance of prosperity, no chance of winning races or winning championships. And if Gene Haas wants to really have a look and think, you know what, I've put money into this team, where is my investment? I would look at Honda and say, look, Honda, can we have a conversation? Can we see what we can do in the 2026 Formula One season further on? There's potential in Haas, let's be honest. There is potential in Haas. They're a team that could be in the midfield. They can front the front end of the midfield. And with a bit more backing, with a better engine, let's say, they may be able to fight toe-to-toe with some of the front runners. Wouldn't hold my breath on it though, but nonetheless, I think Haas needs to really consider. McLaren, I mean, we've been down this road before, haven't we, McLaren? McLaren and Honda, yeah. McLaren, I mean, we've been down this road before, haven't we, McLaren? McLaren and Honda, yes, we've had good times with the days of Senna and Prost. We've also had the bad times with Alonso, Jenson Button and the like, right? The Honda McLaren situation is always a weird one. I always feel like just at the wrong time that they came to McLaren, where McLaren were going through their own mess, and so too were Honda, not getting it together. But now, I think, you know, both teams are in a better position than where they were, you know, 4 or 5 years ago. Maybe, just maybe, Honda McLaren might have to come back. And at least they can look at a team that, you know, they will give them all their all, basically, in that car. And hopefully try and win races, win some championships. How about Williams, ladies and gentlemen? Williams, yes, you know, again, a team that is stuck at the back. They're with the Mercedes engine. There's only so much they can do, really and truly. I think they need to consider having a look at Honda and maybe having a little partnership there. I know there's a bit of money now with Darlington Capital, so, you know, Williams' sort of financial scares are kind of over and behind them. But nonetheless, I think there is something that they need to be doing. Maybe some sort of partnership, some sort of sponsorship there with Honda. I think that would be actually a good idea. Andretti, hey, listen, you've been trying to get into the Formula One for a little minute and everybody's behind you. I know Cadillac, you're trying to do a little thing with them, and listen, more teams the better. I'm all for it, but you might have to reconsider and sort of try and change or move your mood a little bit here, whereby let's look at AlphaTauri, for example, right? A team that Red Bull you could see selling very soon, right? And then you got AlphaTauri maybe going to Andretti. Andretti then brings in Honda. Here we go. You know what I'm saying? It's you know, that's probably the only way they're going to get into Formula One, because Formula One are very reluctant to have 11 teams, which I find absurd. And if it's down to the fact that all these other teams are like, no, we don't want 11 teams because they don't, you know, I guess they get less share of the pie and whatnot. But like, come on, man, let's make the sport a spectacle. But yeah, I would argue and make the case that Andretti, Honda, AlphaTauri, you know what I mean, and mix it all up, mix and blend. I think there's something that can be done there. I would not knock it. Those are the teams who I think Honda should be considering in 2026. Is there a team I've missed out on? Do comment down below in the comment section. 2026 is going to be mental in Formula One. There's going to be all kinds of engine suppliers, all kinds of sponsors, all different types of teams. Who knows where we'll be? YouTube thinks you'll like this video over here, or you can check out my latest video right over here. Comment down below on the teams who you think should have should entertain a conversation with Honda. I hear there's a rumor that there's already a team that have made a phone call. They made a little phone call since the Ford announcement with Red Bull. So let's watch this space. Honda will still be around in 2026. Mark my words. Until next time, lights out.